Very good morning to all, ladies and gentlemen. This is Andy once again. I'm the senior technical consultant of the Manage Engines, the AD Solutions team. On behalf of Manage Engine and the AD Solutions, I welcome you all for this workshop and the webinar series. So today we are going to talk more about the most fascinating software that we have at the Manage Engine, which is the Event Log Analyzer. And just to let you know that the event log analyzer is going to be named as the Log 360. So the Log 360 is one of the SIM solution that we have at the Manage Engine. And here we have this application which can track each and every change that happens in your organization. We're going to get much deeper into it in this session for today. But before getting into it, ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to once again welcome you all for this webinar. And just to tell you a few facts about this webinar, you have a Q&A. There is a Q&A icon that you can see at the Zoom's panel. You can use that for any questions that you have pertaining to this webinar or about the product. Unfortunately, I have a very limited resource today, so some of your answers might not be answered timely, but don't worry about that because every single question that you're going to post here in the Q&A panel, that will be responded to you via email. I assure you that none of your questions will be left unanswered. So please post your questions here in the Q&A panel that you can see at the Zoom's user interface. Apart from this, if you can't hear me or if you can't see my screen, or if there is any trouble in understanding, or if there is any trouble in the Zoom itself, post your comments in the chat section. So that will be noticed by my team, and instantaneously it will be sent to me as a message. So please use the chat panel for posting any concerns that you have about this session. If you can't hear me, or if you can't see the screen, or if there is any delay in the syncing, do let me know. We will correct this out. So two different things. One is the Q&A session, Q&A panel, and another one is the chat. And towards the end of this session, we will be posting you a screen where I want you to share your feedback about the session. So in case if you want us to communicate with you in future to give you a demo or to contact you for the implementation or the training, we are there to support you. So please fill the form just in case if you need your assistance, or if you have any questions, or if you would like to give a rating about me, you can use that poll, which will be shown to you towards the end of the session. So thank you once again. And without any further ado, let me just get into the today's topic. All right. So far, you have seen about different products, including the AD Self-Service Plus and the the Active Directory auditing software. For today, we are going to see a product which is which is slightly different from the other products that we have at the AD Solutions. Now, AD Solutions, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing but it is a sub-brand of Manage Engine. So here we have different products that meet that offers different solutions to various components of Microsoft, including Active Directory, Exchange, Office 365, Live Communication Server, and so on. But today, what we're going to talk about is the Event Log Analyzer, which is not going to focus more on the Windows environment. It can focus on all the networking devices that are capable of generating logs in a human readable format. So it is not just one single product, the Event Log Analyzer. And once the Event Log Analyzer is integrated with the AD Audit Plus or the Cloud Security Plus, you call that as the Log 360. Okay, so it's nothing but it's a correlation software where multiple products can be integrated, including AD Audit Plus, a few reports of the AD Manager Plus, Cloud Security Plus, and the User Entity Behavior Analytics. So these are some of the components that can be integrated with the Event Log Analyzer, and you can form that as the Log 360. So moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to use the name or the phrase called the Log 360 rather than the Event Log Analyzer. Okay, so this is a perfect SIM solution. Okay, so the event log analyzer product or the log 360 is a perfect SIM solution because all the characteristics of the SIM, including collections of logs from different sources, correlating the log, sending alerts on the real time, uh, and storing the logs for the forensic analysis. So all of these characteristics that are required to form a perfect SIM solution, we do have that in the event log analyzer. And indeed, we are way better than the other products that are available in the market. I'm going to explain, or I'm going to give you the justification on why are we superior to the other products that are available in the today's market in the SIM solution. So first of all, the event log analyzer. So this is the feature. Okay, so you can see the features of the event log analyzer. The first thing is the security analytics. That is, um, as a SIM product, you cannot rely on collecting logs from just one single source, which could be an Active Directory server or your member server or a networking device. Okay, so you have to get the logs from all the sources that you have in your environment, which includes your Exchange server, your cloud applications, including Office 365, uh, Azure network, or if you have the networking devices, including switches, routers, hub, make sure that you collect the logs. Okay, so now the challenging part of the SIM solution is how these logs uh, can be stored in a single location and how the reports are going to be generated in the report section. So that's why the event log analyzer has taken almost decades of time to form as a fully fledged SIM solution. So it used to be a log aggregation software. Yes, I agree to it, but right now it is a fully fledged SIM solution because every single characteristics that I told you earlier are pretty much available in the event log analyzer. So what's the best about the event log analyzer or the log 360 is the ladies and gentlemen, this product can collect the logs from different sources. It can be the logs collected from your Active Directory server. It can be the logs collected from the networking devices via syslog server, or the threats that is approached in your organization. We call it as a threat intelligent a module where the threats feeds will be taken up, will be correlated from different sources, including sticks and tags. And we use WebRoot. WebRoot is the third party platform from where uh, the threat information will be sent to the manage engines engine, and then that will be forwarded to all the clients like customers that you have purchased. So it is not just like one single source. We are collecting the logs from different source, and we use different protocols for collecting the sources. For example, if it is an Active Directory or Windows server, we use WMI query. In certain cases, we use agents to get the data. If it is a networking device or a Linux computers, then we collect it using the syslog server. Make sure that the logs can be forwarded to the syslog server if you have any networking devices that want to be uh, configured in the event log analyzer. Then, like I said, the threat intelligence, we are getting the data from a third party I mean, a third party uh, uh, products, including the web root. So that's what the security analytics is going to provide you. So logs taken from different sources. And then we have the threat intelligence. Like I said, sticks and tags are the default threat feeds. Apart from this, we do have advanced threat analytics where data can be collected from a third-party website, which is the web root, and instantaneously, if any threat has approached your organization, that will be tracked by the software and it will be shown as a report. And we do have some real-time alerts to show you that these are all the uh, uh, requests that you have received from third party, from the blocklisted IP address or blocklisted website where you are getting these requests from. So uh, that's all we have for the threat intelligence. And then we have the user behavior analytics. The UEBA is one of the most recent features of the Log 360, where this tool is going to get the logs from the different sources, like I said before, and it's going to do a correlation if anything that is suspicious or anything that is very unusual to the event log analyzer's engine, that will be shown as a report. And not just the report, the tool is going to send you as an email alert as well. So it's one of the most interesting artificial intelligence theory included in the application that's going to distinguish the normal behavior and the anomaly. So it's very interesting to share to share the details about the UEBA. Depending upon the activity of the user, whether the user is downloading a huge files to the local computers, which seems to be very unusual, or the logon failure attempt, or if there is any unusual activity that is happening in your Active Directory, everything can be recorded and that will be shown as a report. All right. So uh, we do have an integration with the third party ITSM softwares, including Jira, ServiceNow, and of course the Manage Engine Service Desk Plus. Also, Zendesk has been included in the latest version of the Event Log Analyzer. So, any alert raised by the Event Log Analyzer that will be converted as a ticket, and that can be handled very well in the ITSM tool. What you have. Uh, so if it is a Jira or a ServiceNow or the Manage Engine Service Desk Plus, of course, you don't have to do anything. Just create a workflow once a request comes from the Log 360, how you want that to be handled. Apart from this, the latest version of the Event Log Analyzer, we have inbuilt a very small module of workflow that is going to help you in assigning the tickets. Okay, so as you know, Event Log Analyzer will help you to create uh, multiple help desk technicians within the product. So you can assign the alert to a specific user, a specific technician. So that technician can look into it. And once the issue is resolved, you will have an option for closing that ticket within the event log analyzer. So I'm going to show that to you in a short while. So the incident management, we do have that in two different ways. We have the third party integration, and we have the inbuilt workflow system, which will help you to assign a ticket, or the ticket can be closed if at all the issue is resolved. So that's what the incident management we have. And the most interesting thing about the event log analyzer is that, ladies and gentlemen, the compliance. Okay, so we have a huge number of customers using the event log analyzer exclusively for the compliance reports that we have in the product. So we have close to 10 or 15 different compliances supported in the software, including PCI, SOX, HIPAA, GLBA, including ISO, GDPR, NIST. So some of the compliances are pretty much available by default. So in the respective section, you just have to go and click that, and the tool will list out all the reports pertaining to the compliance what you're looking for. So that is pretty much available in the software. And the best part of the tool is you have an option for creating your own compliance report. Okay. So all you have to do is just drag and drop the report that you wanted to see in the respective section. So the tool will help you to create your own compliance report. And the reports can be absolutely scheduled so that you don't have to log into the event log analyzer. The tool will automatically email the information to you. So that's what you have in the compliance section, which will be discussed in a short while. And the next one is the cloud monitoring, which is not a part of the event log analyzer, which is a part of the cloud security plus, which can be discussed in the upcoming sessions. But I just would like to give you a hint that any SaaS application or Amazon Web Service or Azure, you just have to have it configured within the product. So any unauthorized person doing any activity in your cloud applications, that can be monitored through that module. So that's what we have in the cloud monitoring section. So this is all we are going to discuss for today, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to use two different instances of the event log analyzer for the today's session. So please don't get confused with what instance I'm showing you, but I'll make sure that whatever I'm telling you are available as a reports. But just in case if you're confused with where I'm going or what kind of navigation I'm doing, so feel free to post your comments. But just to let you know that I'm going to use two different instances of event log analyzer due to the complexity of the product itself, and I'm sitting from my home. I'm not in the office due to this pandemic situation. Yeah. So before getting into it, ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to show the architecture of the event log analyzer. This screen might be unclear, it might be a little bit blurred, but I'll do my best to explain what is there in the image. So it is very essential that you should understand the architecture of the event log analyzer. In that way, you can easily identify why the event log analyzer is far better than the other products that are available in the market. Okay, first thing, you can see the architecture right here. This is the core part. What do you see in the box? The box that appears in the middle of the image, you can see the parsing engine, you have the database and the reports. Okay, so this is what you see in the user interface of the Log 360. Okay, so you have the reports, you have the database, the reports are taken from the database, and before the logs reaches the database, you have a parser. Okay, so there are two different parsers available in the event log analyzer. Okay, you got a default parser where the tool will automatically convert the logs into a readable format, and there is an option to configure those parser. Okay, I mean, you really cannot modify the existing parsers, but you have an option for creating your own parser, and you can set the priorities. Which log needs to go to what parser in the event log analyzer, that are customizable. Okay, so this is the core part of the event log analyzer. And the log sources. Like I said earlier, there are two different log sources available. Okay, one taken from your networking devices or your devices that has generated logs. Then the second source is going to be the thread feeds. The thread feeds two different things. Again, one is sticks and tags, default thread feeds. The other one is web root. Okay, so information taken from the thread feeds are sent to the manage engine cloud server. From there, it will be sent to the client. That is when you want to see any report, you just have to click that particular thing, right? So at that time, the tool will go and fetch the data from the manage engines cloud server, and it'll show you as a report. Now, the thread feeds taken from the sticks and tags are not of the real time. There will be a delay of 30 minutes if I'm not wrong, but we are doing all our very best to get the time to get reduced. However, the thread feeds taken from the web root, which is a third-party platform, that's going to be like a minimal of 30 seconds. Okay, so in every 30 seconds, the web root will update the manage engines server. From there, it will be data will be sent to your event log analyzer, and the information will be shown it to you. All right, so that's uh, that's what we have, and you just have to give me a quick moment here. I think I have a small issue with my VPN connection. I'm just going to reconnect it once again. It should take less than a minute, so please bear with me. Almost there. So in the meanwhile, if you have any questions about the software, feel free to update in the Q&A panel. And you can also use the chat window to can use the chat window. Okay. All right. I just got a message that my voice is a bit low. Could you please confirm if it is this it is still the case? Okay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to know if my voice is too low. Can anyone please comment it? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I could see the answer. It's some says that it's loud and clear. Thank you. I'm just still working on the VPN thing. Just bear with me for one quick moment here. All right. So in the meanwhile, I'm getting a few questions about the licensing part. Licensing is going to be based on the number of log sources that you would like to configure. Uh, it's absolutely something that I would like to get in touch with you. That's because you might have you might want to track different set of log sources, which some of them you may not, which you don't want to pay for. So we charge based on the information that you would like to track through the product. It's absolutely not based on all the log sources that you have. So whatever the thing that you would like to track, so that is what we are charging you. So it has to be discussed in detail. So all right, so I'm just connected to my VPN, and I'm in the setup right now. So all looks good. All right. So coming to the architecture of the software, once again, the log sources is this. Then agents. Why do we need agents? So the agents are required only if you want to track the uh, activities that are happening in the workstations, including the the file integrity monitoring. Okay, so predominantly the file integrity monitoring, is the only difference that that you would get if you're going to have the agents deployed on the client computers, that is on the workstation. On the regular on the regular way of taking the data, that is using the WMI query, this is the one feature that you will not be getting in the event log analyzer. Okay, so the file integrity monitoring is not available. in the if you're going to use the WMA query mode of collecting the data from the workstations. Okay, so that's why it is mentioned as optional. All right, so once the logs are taken, as you could see the image, logs are taken from the different log sources that is going to get parsed. And don't forget, we have two different parsers, and then it gets into the database of the event log analyzer. So what database we're using? We use Elasticsearch. So we don't use the traditional PG SQL database. We are using the Elasticsearch. And within the Elasticsearch, we use indexing technique. Okay. So the information will be sent to the log processing engine. That is where you can see these information, which is a report builder, log search, file integrity monitoring, correlation engine, and the threat intelligence. So this is nothing but the log processing engine. And once the log is processed here, it sends to the user interface of the product. That is, we have the reports in the report section, and then we have alerts. Okay. Apart from the reports and the alert, the report, the information from the event log analyzer can be sent to the external databases, external third party software, including the ITSM tools and your SIM solution. Okay. So that's what the log sources is all about. That's the architecture of the event log analyzer. Okay. So what I would like to show you here, the first thing is the correlation. Okay, so in the correlation section of the event log analyzer, uh, like I said before, let's take up a scenario of an intruder who wants to access to the sensitive data, what you have in your organization. Let's say, uh, let's take up an example of a any attack, including the ransomware. Okay, so if it is a ransomware, the intruder has to follow a sequence of action. The first thing is the network has to be compromised. That is, you have a firewall and the physical firewall should be compromised. Once that is done, the user will access to the workstation, and in the from the workstation the user will access to the folder where the sensitive data are available. After that, the folders would be, the files, once the folder was accessed, the files will be renamed to with a different extension. So this is the sequence of pattern that's going to get followed if it is a ransomware attack. So what we have in the event log analyzer is that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just show you here. So this is the event log analyzer, and we have the correlation right here. So we have some predefined correlation rule. We have close to 30 different rules available. Okay, so we got 30 different rules available in the correlation section of the event log analyzer. Apart from this, you have an option for managing the rules. That is, these are all the predefined rules that we have, and you have an option for creating a correlation rule. Okay, so let's coming back to the same example of the ransomware attack. Okay, the first thing is the logon activity. Okay, so which means it's going to be the logon failure. Just have to click that, so it will be in the correlation section. And here you have an option for selecting the name of the device. If you want to target a particular device which has the sensitive folder, sensitive data, or if it is a device name, you can very well handle that. Then log on success. Okay, if it is a log on success, you can see the threshold limit. So how many times the log on failure has happened, after which the log on success has happened. Okay, after that, the next thing is the uh, files modified or file permission modified, failed file access, failed file creation, failed file deletion. Uh, you can see that this can be added right here accordingly. So the subsequent conditions can be added. So in that way, you can create your own correlation rule. And with that, if any such sequence of action has happened in your organization, the event log analyzer would track that, and instantaneously that will be sent to you as an email alert. Now, the best part of the tool is not just the correlation. It doesn't stop just by correlating the information and showing that as a report in the report section. We do have alerts. So in this alerts, just waiting for the screen to come up, so please bear with me. Okay, so these are all the alerts generated, and we have this option right here, add an alert profile. So here, there is an option for creating an alert profile. So in the alert profile, you can select the device, and you have this option for sending a notification where you can send an email notification or it can be an SMS notification. Apart from this, there is a workflow section. Now with this workflow, you can see that plenty of actions can be taken. Okay, so it is not just showing a report, not just sending an alert, but actions can be taken as well by showing a pop-up alert, or you can kill the process, stop the service, disable the computer, log off the computer. So plenty of things, plenty of actions can be taken. So the event log analyzer will not only uh, show the information, but it can take some actions, proactive actions as well, in such a way that the things can be stopped. Okay, so this is what we have in the workflow section. Apart from this, the incident management is pretty much available. I'll just show this to you from a different instance. Okay, so these are all the alerts raised, and you can see that I have an option for selecting the corresponding incident, and there is an option for me to assign it to the respective technician, whether it's an administrator or an operator or the technician that I have configured in the event log analyzer. That is absolutely possible in such a way that the alerts can be triggered to the corresponding technician, and he can look into it once the technician logs in, and he can see that it's still in the process, or you can see what is the status of it, whether it is closed or open, or it is still in the process. That's the incident management what we have within the product. And you have an option for selecting, once the ticket is raised, how you want that to be, what should be the status, whether it should be in the open, in progress, or closed, and there is an option to set a due date. So how long it can be in the open status. So that is pretty much available. So there is a calendar available, and in that way, the incidents raised within the event log analyzer can be handled in this way. Okay, so that's what you have in the incident management section of the alert. So the one other thing I'd like to show you is the rules can be created. Okay, so in the incident management, so if a device is grouped, or if the name of the device is XYZ, you want that to be you know uh, assigned to a specific user, and you can see the threshold can be selected, criteria can be added. In that way, rules can be added to the respective person, like how often you want the, I mean, which incident needs to be assigned to be whom, that can be defined here in the incident rules section of the log 360. So that's what we have. And you have an option for integrating the third-party ITSM softwares, including the Service Desk Plus, ServiceNow, Zendesk, Kyako, and the Manage Engines. service displays. So Jira BMC Remedy is also available. So as you can see that these are all the third-party ITSM software that can be integrated. All right, I do have a question about um, sending the logs to a different source. That is absolutely possible. You can very well send the logs from the event log analyzer to any other application using the syslog. Okay, so whatever the data collected by the event log analyzer that is available in the database can be very well be forwarded to the to a different system, if at all, that can accept the syslog information. Okay, so that is absolutely available. All right, so okay, so coming to the compliance section, which I have explained you earlier. These are all the compliance reports that you can see right here, the default compliance report. So let's say if it is a PCI, these are all the reports that falls under the PCI compliance. So plenty of reports are there. And like I said before, the reports can very well be scheduled for you. So you can send that as an email. So you can create a new scheduler like this, and you can very easily send it to multiple participants, multiple person. Okay. So what kind of report is that? Is that a FISMA, PCI, or SOX, or GLBA, or GDPR? You just need to select the respective compliance category. The tool will automatically generate the reports, and that will be sent to you in the email. Okay. Right, that's the first thing. Reports can be scheduled. Now, creating your own compliance report is available here in the Manage Compliance section. Here, you just have to click the Create New Compliance. You will see the list of all the reports that we have in the Event Log Analyzer. Just waiting for the screen to come up. Please bear with me. Okay, you can see the reports. All the reports are very well categorized right here. Windows-based report, Unix, file audit section, applications, networking devices. So select the respective report. And if at all, you want a specific device to be associated to all the reports that you're going to select, you can do it. So those devices are categorized here as well. Select the respective report, and that will be sent to you as an, I mean, you can create that as a separate compliance report in that way. So that is what we have in the compliance section. So ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to show you something else, something new about the event log analyzer, what we have in the dashboard. So in the latest version of the event log analyzer, we have done lots of customization in the dashboard. So I'm just going to take you to a different okay, just going to take you to a different instance real quick. Just bear with me. So this is the default view of the event log analyzer. So this is what you would see as soon as you log into the software. Okay, and you can see the log trends, the top 5 devices, security event, security information. So that's the events overview. Then you can see that I have an option to see the specific information about the network or the security reports that we have within the product. All right, so that's the default dashboard. Now, if you want to make some changes, okay, if you want to add your own widgets, that's absolutely possible. You can see that there is a settings icon on the top right hand side, and you have an option for adding widgets. Not just the widgets, you can add a separate tab, and you can group the devices that you want to see in that specific tab. That's exactly why I have shown you a different instance right here. Okay, I have added a custom tab right here, and what I have added in that custom tab is what the report that I can see right here. Okay, log on overviews, fail log on, and so on. Okay, so that's what I have, and then I can reorder the widgets. Okay, so let me do that to you. So if I click this, I get this option where I can drag and drop, and I can simply move the widgets. So what needs to appear on the top? So that can be done right here. So that's what we have. And you hit the save button, that's it. Okay. So the next one is, okay, the full screen view. If you have a monitor and if you want to see the information about the event log analyzer, you just have to click this one. It's the full screen mode. Okay. And this is the latest one. A dark theme is available. You click this and you can see how interesting the user interface is. So if you have created different tabs and you want the tool to run through all the tabs in an interval of few seconds, that is available. I hit this, so it goes to the security view, and then it goes to the network view and the other views. So this is a very latest feature that we have included in the event log analyzer. We just wanted to let you know about this. We do have the dark mode theme available. So apart from this, in the report section, you have plenty of options available. So you can just pin it to the dashboard. So what you see in the reports, that can be sent to the dashboard. So that's the option we have. And the reports can be scheduled from here within the report section itself. You don't have to go to the separate schedule reports page to create your own scheduler. Within the reports, you have an option for scheduling the report. So that is available. This is something that we have included recently. And the option of creating a custom report. Of course, it's a traditional feature. We do have this for a very long time. Uh, However, once a custom report is created, report can be pinned to the dashboard. So from the custom report, you can see the reports in the dashboard. So that option is absolutely available as well. All right, so these are all the latest features which we have included in our application. Okay, so the dashboard. So apart from this, I would like to apologize again that I will not be able to show any information on this section of the reports, which is the Windows workstation. Okay, so the complete auditing, including the FIM, which is the file integrity monitoring, or every single change that has happened on the workstation of the users, you can get that information tracked in the Windows workstation report. Every single change, which includes the process tracking or any software that the user is installing, and plenty of things that you can see right here. So every single change that the user is making on the computer, including the logon activity or the log off activity, you can get that information tracked in the Windows workstation category. So that is something that we have enhanced in the latest version of the event log analyzer. So the intention of having this functionality is to track every single change that has happened in the workstation. Apart from this, we have included a lot more new devices to the event log analyzer, including the Storm Shield, H3C, Firepower. These are all some of the devices that we have included, which is supported by default. And with that said, I would like to emphasize that even the device which are not available in this category, so like I said, these are the default categories. So whether it is a Unix device or if it is a Cisco device or something which is different. Okay, so Even if the device doesn't falls in any of the default categories that are supported in the event log analyzer, still you can use that to track the data. So all you have to do is you just need to create a custom report for that specific device based on the information collected from the device, which includes the event ID or the device name or device category, whatever the field that you would like to see in the report section, you can have it configured separately, and that way that custom report will be visible to you in the report section. Okay, so that's the another advantage of having the event log analyzer. Any custom made device, if it is capable of generating logs in a readable, human readable format, you can have that configured here. All right, so uh, this is all we have. Uh, Predominantly, we have covered almost all the newly added features. So I just would like to talk about one last thing here in the threat feeds. As I mentioned, so in the threat management, you can see that sticks and tags is the default threat feed. So this is available default. You don't have to pay anything. It's by default, it is configured. And anything that hits, uh, you know, uh, filtered by the sticks and tags that hits your organization, that will be shown as a report to you. And then we have the advanced threat analytics. This is where the web root comes into the picture, which is almost of the real time with a delay of 30 seconds. And you can see that there is a way to have an access key. So you just have to include your access key right here. And that way you can have this feature enabled. So this is a paid feature. We just want to differentiate, that this is a lot more effective when it comes to getting the information on the real time. So that's why we have the advanced threat analytics functionality available in the event log analyzer. So this is all we have. Uh, all right, so ladies and gentlemen, I think we are running out of time. So just would like to emphasize you that in case of any questions that you have about the product, feel free to email that to me. So my email address is andy.p@manageengine.com. You can see that in the slide deck, which I'm going to show it to you now. All right, so this is my email address. So it's andy.p@manageengine.com. So in case if you want our assistance uh, to do the implementation and training, or if you want us to give you a counseling about how to use the event log analyzer, or if you would like to have a personalized demo about the product, we are there to assist you with. So feel free to update us for any assistance that you would need about the tool. So we are winding up the session because it's just a 45-minute session. I'm sorry for taking a little longer time, but we are just going to wind up the session. And before I leave, I just would like to thank you, everyone. And I'm just going to start the poll right now. So the first poll will be about we contacting you. So the poll is now started. So if you want us to contact you for any assistance that you would need about the software, you can just fill that form. So we will be communicating with you in the future. So we have your contact information, and a recorded session will be sent to you down the line. So you can just expect that in a couple of days' time. All right, and just to answer a few questions about the licensing. The licensing is purely based on the number of log sources and the devices. Ideally, I would say like uh, how many devices that you would like to add, and in that device, how many logs that you would like to capture. Okay, so I cannot say that it's based on a workstation or it's based on a server. Because if it is a server, you might have multiple applications that you would like to monitor. Okay, so that's going to consume two different licenses: one for the server itself, another one for the application, like a MS SQL DB or Exchange server that you would like to monitor. So I would rather say the licensing is purely based on the log sources, but we have categorized the log sources. So you don't have to pay for all the log source that you like to, I mean, that you, it might have the information that you don't want to track. So we have categorized that. So to make it easy, we will send you a questionnaire. So you just have to fill it out and send it to us. So we can send you the pricing for that. All right. And so log retention, it's absolutely customizable. So once the information is stored in the database, it will be archived to a different location. Okay, so that setting is pretty much configurable within the product. So the log retention, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to stay forever and ever. If it is a database, there is an option available how long you want the information to be stored in the database of the tool. So whether it is 6 months or 3 weeks or 1 month, and after that it goes into the archival folder. So you can define where the tool has to be archived. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to open up the next poll real quick. Uh, that's going to be about the session feedback. So, like I said, feel free to update me or send me an email if you have any questions about the software. I'm more than happy to assist you. So, we're always there to support you with the complete installation and the configuration of the product. If you want a separate session, once again, do email us. We'll be assisting you further. There is a question about a test with the POC. Yes, of course. You can download the 30-day trial version of the software, or you can just send me an email. I will contact you uh, and I will help you with the complete installation and configuration of the software. So yes, we offer, we ourselves help you with the complete POC as well. So please do send me an email. I will take care of that. Of course, the guidelines will be given. So I'm really sorry. Some of the answers, some of the questions were not answered. But please don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It will be sent to you as an email. So we have your information. So please don't worry. Every single question what you have posted in the Q&A as well as in the chat, that will be answered to you. All right. So I just would like to thank you once again. It's indeed a very pleasure talking to you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for your response. And we're gonna meet up in another webinar. Very soon. It's gonna be more about the Log 360. So I will be getting in touch with you once again. Thank you so much, and you all have a great day. Bye bye.